thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Your girl is struggling, guys. This past month has felt really short yet long. As you guys can probably tell from my voice, I was sick for a lot of April. I'm still recovering. I feel a lot better now, but you can probably hear it in my voice that I'm not at 100% yet. As some of you guys know, I wasn't at home, and I didn't realize how hard it is to be sick when you're not in the comfort of your own home. And unfortunately, because of me being sick and the timing of everything, it was really hard for me to like stream and film videos and post anything. So I guess that's why this month has felt really short yet really long. Like I feel like I haven't been able to post what I want to, but then obviously it's just felt long because I'm trying to feel better, you know? Despite how much I want time to slow down, May is coming around the corner pretty soon. Because I was sick for a lot of April, I'm behind on a lot of work things, and I think me sitting down and planning will feel really good so that I can finally catch up, also doodle a little bit because I was starting to get a little bit bored being trapped in a hotel room. Anyway, let's just get started. If you guys are planning with me, grab your notebooks and pencil cases, which by the way, thank you guys for all of the love on the pre-orders. I'm so excited. We're currently making the pencil cases for the pre-orders, so hopefully those can be done soon and they can get out to you guys. But grab your stationery in the meantime, and if you're just hanging out, grab a snack and let's get started. So let's do this. Hello voiceover friends. First of all, I wanted to apologize that you're gonna have to listen to my congested voice during the duration of this voiceover, but that is where we're at. This video has been a struggle. If you've been following along on my Instagram, I actually lost my hard drive on the plane back to Toronto. So that's why the video you're seeing is a little bit lower quality than normal. Anyway, that aside, let's get to what I'm drawing on my bullet journal. So for this month's theme, I wanted to go with something that had a little bit of an Asian flair to it because May is actually Asian Heritage Month, and a lot of you guys know that Asian representation and reconnecting with my Chinese heritage and culture has been something that's been really important to me in my journey and in my life. So I really do want to do something that highlights that. Now, I had a couple ideas, but something that I've always found beautiful are Asian folding fans or hand fans, which you guys are seeing me draw here. And these are used in a wide variety of Asian cultures, from China to Japan to Korea. I remember growing up seeing a lot of different designs of hand fans from my grandparents, and even when I visited Japan and Korea in 2019, I drew on a fan. I remember seeing so many beautiful designs of fans being sold in various shops. And in researching about hand fans and the history of Chinese hand fans, something that I thought was really cool is that fans evolved from like a functional thing, which is to keep someone cool, into an accessory and artwork. Fans were used as canvases for artwork, for writing poetry, calligraphy, painting, embroidery, and I think that's really cool. It's like an expression of the person who is holding them. So as you can see on the cover page, I wanted to keep it really simple. Part of the reason is because I didn't have my full stationery collection, so I pretty much only used black fine liner and a red pen, but I love the minimal type of vibe that it gives, like no coloring, just the red lines for the flowers and then the black lines for the fan. I think it makes it really pop, and also I think it does mimic the simple beauty that is always reflected in Asian art and paintings. So I'm really happy with the way this cover page turned out, and honestly I would get this tattooed on my body. Like, I think it's such a pretty tattoo design. So we'll see if that ends up happening. So on the right side, of course, I had my cover page with the fan and the petals kind of flowing. I also added these swirly designs to add a little bit more visual interest. And the flowers that I'm drawing on the left side here that you can see, To be honest, I don't know what type of flowers they are. Maybe they're like peonies, but I was honestly just really doodling with no thought in my mind, just doodling petals and flowers that kind of spewed out from the corners of the fans and the calendar spread that you're seeing me draw right now. And I made the leaves and any other doodle elements just with black fine liner, so I think that made the flowers and the petals really pop. And I liked about these flower doodles that I could just mindlessly doodle. I didn't sketch out a lot of them, so it was very therapeutic to me. For the calendar, as you can see, I just made a mini calendar with the events on the bottom, which is a layout that I've done quite a lot in the past. Okay, pause. Of course, we need to talk about today's lovely sponsor, HelloFresh. One of the things that is definitely a weakness of mine is that I order a lot of food deliveries. So I've really made it a goal this year to try to cook more at home. So if you guys don't know about HelloFresh, essentially they can send you a box of pre-portioned ingredients with recipes for really delicious meals. And it makes it super easy for you to cook healthy and delicious home-cooked meals right in the comfort of your own home. The biggest issue that I had in the past with cooking is that I'm one person and it was really hard for me to cook for one person and go out and buy ingredients which usually come in larger portions. Just even grocery shopping in itself takes so much time. And then of course, once you cook it, you have to deal with like whether you have enough leftovers or too much leftovers. What I love about HelloFresh is that it basically just eliminates all of those issues. You save time, money, and stress, which is a A-okay deal to me. So they come with super easy to follow step-by-step recipes, and even I was able to cook them, so that should tell you guys a lot. I think my favorite part about it is that HelloFresh recipes come with pre-portioned ingredients, so you don't need to worry about measuring or prepping, and you'll always have the exact right amount for each recipe. It also saves so much time on cleaning and prepping, so I'm all about that, because cleaning after cooking is one of my least favorite things in the world. And speaking of the recipes, I am someone who has a lot of dietary restrictions and allergies, and they have a ton of different recipes. They have vegetarian, pescatarian, but of course the most important thing is the flavor, and all of these recipes are super delicious. They have 50 different options every week for you to choose from, so I'm sure you'll be able to find something that suits your taste palettes. The collection of recipes is always changing and they have a wide variety of options, so you'll never get tired of food, which is also an issue I had with delivery food. Sometimes I get tired of the restaurants that are in my area, so it's nice to change things up every week and try something new. Not to mention all of their packaging is recyclable, and they're the first carbon neutral meal kit company, so that's pretty cool. So if you guys are interested in trying out HelloFresh for yourself, you can go to HelloFresh.com and use the code AmandaRachLee16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. So that's HelloFresh.com, AmandaRachLee16 for 16 free meals, guys, and 3 surprise gifts. And now back to the plan with me. Currently you're seeing me make my habit tracker, and I really wanted to use the fan as like a header element, so I drew out a box which is where I'm going to be putting the habit trackers inside, and behind that I drew the fan sprouting out from the top, as you can see here, and I wrote habits on the fan, and instead of the flowers being on the fan this time, I drew them behind. So there's a lot of layering in this doodle vibe, but still, again, pretty simple and minimal. Again, not much coloring. I'm just using the red outlines of the flowers for most of the decorative elements. But other than that, the habit tracker is pretty much the same as what you guys have seen me do in the past. I have my mini calendars, which is where I'm tracking each individual habit that I want to track for the month. I was able to fit 6 this month. I probably could have fit more, but the header kind of took up a lot of space, but that's totally fine because I always have like 6 main ones that I want to track every month, and sometimes if I want to do more, I'll do more. But this month, because things have been a little bit rough going for the past, few weeks, I wanted to take things slow on myself, so I drew out the mini calendars with the boxes, the lines of the boxes being red, which I think really matched the red lines of the doodles. kind of grayed out the boxes that I wouldn't be using. And that's pretty much it for this habit tracker. Again, very simple. The mood tracker, however, is something that I think is really cute and fun. I really wanted to use the fan element because it's pretty much already a half circle. And a mood tracker layout that I've used quite a lot in the past is a circular layout, so this kind of worked out perfectly. So I drew my fans, which by the way are actually really simple to draw. Let me know if you guys want a doodle tutorial on these or the flower doodles. I can totally like make a YouTube short or a TikTok or Reels or something like that. So I doodled the fan, and in each little ridge of the fold of the fan is where I numbered out the days of the month. So I just wanted to make sure I had 31 sections, and I drew one fan right side up at the top, but then I flipped it at the bottom and did one fan upside down so that you basically have this circular layout, but it's the fans. I just think this is a fun layout that integrates the theme, but it, isn't too complicated. To fill in the empty spaces, I added the flower doodles on the side with the little swirly lines. And the way that I'm going to be filling in this mood tracker is by patterns. So since I'm not using a lot of solid blocks of colors for this theme, I thought it would look really out of place if I used solid blocks of color to color in the mood tracker like I normally do. So I wanted to keep with this like red outline theme, and essentially I'm assigning a different line work pattern to each mood. I think I used diagonal line stripe cross hatching for one mood, a different direction for another, wavy lines, and I think that would look a lot more cohesive and consistent, but still fun to fill in. Alright, moving on to this next spread. Obviously, since it's Asian Heritage Month, I wanted to do a spread highlighting that. So this is my Asian Excellence spread. That's what I'm calling it. But it's basically just a list of Asian media that I wanted to highlight and feature, and also things that I wanted to check out. I actually asked you guys on my Instagram for recommendations for books, movies, TV shows that are about the Asian experience, created by Asian directors, writers, music artists as well, and I have compiled it onto the spread here for my own tracking and knowledge. You guys can also use it if you're interested in looking up any of these TV shows or movies or books. And also, I left some empty space on the list because I knew that the lovely people watching this Plan With video, yes, that's you, might have some more recommendations or suggestions. So if you do have any favorite Asian created media, whether that be TV shows, movies, books, music, whatever, let me know in the comments so I can add it to the list, and maybe I'll share an updated version of the list on Instagram at the end of the month, just in case anyone else wants to look up these suggestions from the community. I think it's really amazing that there has been a lot more Asian created media being featured in the mainstream lately, between Parasite and the new movie that just came out, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think it's called. What else? Squid Games, obviously BTS, 88 Rising. It's just so special and beautiful for me to see as someone who didn't grow up with all of that. Obviously, there's always more work to be done in terms of Asian representation, I think specifically with regards to Southeast Asian representation. However, I do think, it's a slow build and it's going to be a snowball effect. And I'm a firm believer that when one person or one piece of media succeeds or is lifted up, it just helps everyone else in the community. It's not a competition. And I'm just excited to see where things go from here. That was a long rant, but obviously I had to say it. I will always love supporting Asian creatives, especially knowing how hard it is for Asians to pursue a creative field sometimes. So anyway, rant over. Back to my weekly spread. This is the first weekly spread of May. I decided to do my 4-4 layout. That's what I like to call it because there's 4 boxes on one side and 4 on the other side. And for this one, again, in keeping with the simplicity of the May theme this month, I just drew the boxes with a rectangular header at the top. And then for that empty square in the top left, since there are only 7 days of the week, I did this one as like a decorative box. So I wrote out May and then had the fans coming in from the 2 different corners. So when I was doing these fan doodles, I didn't really sketch out the details of the petals or the fans. I just sketched out the location of the circular part of the fan, as well as, you know, using a couple circles to mark out where I wanted the flowers, but then just going in with the red fine liner first so that the flowers are on top of the fan, and then the black fine liner for the leaves after to fill in any spaces. And then the final step is to do the fan design, and that's how I quickly did, you know, these fan doodles without having to sketch out everything. But I think it turned out really well. So for the headers of each box, I just filled it in with the red. Pretty simple layout, but that's just, you know, in line with the rest of the setup. Alright guys, so here is the final flip through of my May 2022 fan flower themed bullet journal setup for Asian Heritage Month. I really love the way this turned out. I love how minimal it is, at least minimal for me, and I think the doodles turned out so beautiful. Okay, my little doodles, it is that time, of course, for Recreations Showcase. Look at all of them here. This is from last month. If you guys do recreate previous spreads or this month, be sure to tag me on Instagram at @AmandaRichLee. You can use our hashtag little doodles. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you for your patience with the content while I was sick, and I'm sorry I couldn't stream. I don't know when I will start streams back up again. I feel a lot better now. It's mostly just the fact that I am playing catch up a lot because I missed quite a few things. So I will keep you guys updated on social media about weekly spread streams and all of that. Of course, I also wanted to say thank you for all the support on the pencil case and tote bag pre-order. We are working on that and getting those up and running. So I think I'm gonna sign off here. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Keep doodling, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye guys.